Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are showcasing Crazy Envoy, and this is pretty much your number one supply crates or supply drops plugin to have on your server. I've seen it on multitudes of servers and it works very well, and it even supports versions 1.7 through 1.14. I am currently testing it on 1.14.3. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So to set up your supply crates, you want to do /envoy and edit. So this brings you into editor mode. So when you're in editor mode, go ahead and place your bedrock wherever you want, and this will be the place where the beacon will fall down and your chest will spawn right there, and that will be your supply, your drops, okay? So now you can just pretty much add it wherever you want on your server, and this is good for PvP zones or war zones or PvP arenas, whatever you want on your server. You can customize it however you want. So I'm going to add those locations. If you want to remove a location, just remove the bedrock, and as you see, remove the spawn location. So now we can just go out of editor mode and the bedrock will disappear. Now we can go ahead and start on Envoy. So you want to do Envoy and then start, and this will just automatically start. As you see, beacons fall down and the crates will spawn. So by default, there are 3 different types of crates that are loaded. There's a basic, and there's lucky, and then there is a titan crate. So those are the 3 different types of or tiers of supply drops that have spawned in by default. And then when you wait a little bit, fireworks will shoot up out of the sky to let players know where the crates are. So I'm going to go out of shaders just so we can see everything a little bit better. This video is being sponsored by Songoda. Songoda is the one-stop shop designed to help make finding the perfect plugins for your Minecraft server easy and efficient. With the help of continuous user and developer feedback, Songoda is quick to implement your ideas and improve the platform. With fair and just business practices, Songoda Marketplace gives you the opportunity to download free and paid plugins to help your server stand out from the crowd. Join the Songoda community by checking out the links below. Alright, now we can see the holograms a little bit better. If you want the holograms to be displayed above the crates, make sure you guys have holographic displays installed or else it will not work. So as I said, these are the 3 basic ones that are spawned in by default. So to claim them, just go ahead and click them, and it will break automatically, and then you'll be able to see your prize that you got. So we just got $1,000. So that was a basic crate, and then this is a lucky crate. So let's see what we get. We got a lucky sword. So oh, that's a pretty good sword. So that is a lucky sword, and then we'll go to another basic, and we got another $1,000, and we'll fly up here to the lucky, and we just got some pretty good armor. Prot 2, breaking 1, lucky diamond set there, and then we got our last one is a titan crate, and as you see, we have titan armor. So prot 4, breaking 3, which is awesome. So and it tells that there are 2 more to find, so that is helpful. So we go ahead and break this one, and we got some food here, and our last one is up here, and as you see, we just got some more food, and now it tells us that Envoy has ended, and now if we do /envoy, it tells the seconds to wait. So it's pretty much an hour. So every hour, you can set this up in the config. I'll show you guys in a second, but that is the showcase of how it all works. Now we can go in the config. So now let's go into our plugins folder, and we can go into our Crazy Envoy folder as well. If you guys need a host, make sure you guys check out ReviveNode Hosting. You can use the code STRIKER for 10% off. I recommend this host because I use them, and I have many friends that use them as well. Great hosts. They are very cheap but high quality servers, so make sure you guys check them out. Link will be down in the description. Once you are in your Crazy Envoy folders, there are several configs inside here. So here's your tier system, your normal config, data, and messages. So let's go into the tiers, and this is where you can configure all your different crates. So here's the basic.yml. So if you want to create more, you can. You can go ahead and create whatever type of crate that you want. You can change the name, what it is, the spawn chance. So this is pretty much everything right here that you can change, alright? So you can also change the height, so how far it appears above the hologram. And then you also have fireworks. You can change all the fireworks in here, and here are all the prizes. So this is what we're going to change a little bit. So as you see, it is very cool because you can add whatever prize that you want, whatever chance you want, the messages, and the commands that it gives as well, which is awesome. So let's go ahead, and the best thing to do is just copy and paste the previous config that you have. Go back to the spaces, so make sure everything is aligned. So what I like about ReviveNode, it has a built-in editor, and it has the markdown colorization as well, which is helpful. So let's for testing purposes, we're gonna head and change the chance to 100. So drop items allows you to either give the item specifically into the player's inventory or just drop it on the ground. As you saw in the showcase, it just added it to my inventory. So we're going to change this to true. We want the items to be able to drop. So you can have the messages that it sends to a player. I'm not going to have any messages. I'm just going to have a whole bunch of items. And then I'm also going to add commands. So I want commands to be added to this one. So we got a chance of 100. So just go, if I want to add this, then here's the command section. Alright, so we're going to give the player a lot of diamonds. So we'll give the player diamonds, and we'll give them like 128 diamonds. And let's just call this like the ore crate or something. Alright, so let's go ahead and just pretty much just copy and paste it however you want. And then now we can change the something else. So we can also give them, let's give them diamond blocks, alright? So we'll give them diamond blocks, and make sure all this is case sensitive. We'll give them like 12 diamond blocks or whatever. And then now we can execute a command. So we can give the player, let's give the player like $1 million, right? So obviously you wouldn't want to do this, but I'm just going to, this is just for testing purposes. So now I'm going to save that file. One last thing I forgot to say was make sure you go ahead and change your prizes. Make sure you add a prize for each different prize that you add. So this would be 4. I also changed the %, and then make sure for diamond, make sure you remove the S because it is case sensitive, and I just wanted to mention that. So as I said, you can change pretty much whatever the heck you want in this configuration file, which is so helpful. And then these are all the different chances. So this is a 50% chance. So let's just make that like 90. So I'm not going to dwell over everything too much, but this just gives you a full breakdown of how you can change everything. And I like it so much. This is a very helpful plugin and a great plugin to have on pretty much any type of server. So I'm going to show you the basic configurations because you might be a little confused, but it's most of the stuff is pretty straightforward. So here is the prefix that you can change if you want following block to be enabled or true or false. So let's go ahead and change this. I'm going to change this to dragon egg. Alright, so this will be replacing the beacon that we saw at the beginning, and how far it will fall. So I'm going to change this to like 50. So we'll drop from 50 blocks, and I think it will look pretty awesome. So there's also random locations if you want it to be have like a center location, and then you can spread it out in a certain radius. So let's go ahead and change this to true. And then this is the max radius, so there's 300, and then the min radius is 20, so we'll go from 20 to 300 block radius of how we want it. And then here is the cooldown, so every hour, and then you also have a specified time of when it will start. So that is a really cool option. And then there's also minimum players if you want it to, like 12 players has to be online before it will start. And then this is just pretty much the worlds if you want it to be enabled to certain worlds or not. And then this is the countdown message. There's 30, it will broadcast in 30 minutes, then Envoy will start, and then it just counts down, alright? So then there's flares as well. Guys, in a second, flares is where a player gets a special flare, and then they can call in an Envoy, which is pretty awesome. So that is the different types of things. So let's go ahead and save that, and then we can go in game to test out our different things. So once you are back in game, do Envoy and reload, and that will reload the files that you have just saved. Now we can set our center location because we changed for the certain block radius. So we can do Envoy and then center, and I will set the new center for our random locations. So this won't matter if you don't have it enabled, but I enabled the random locations in the configuration, so it will spawn in a radius between 20 and 300 around our center location. So just keep that in mind. And then I also want to show the flare, so we do flare and then the amount of flare and my username. The flare will allow players to be able to force start on Envoy drops, so let's go ahead and test that right now. So if we do that, as you see, our dragon eggs are spawning with about like 50 feet in the air, or 50 blocks from the air, which is what we set it to. So now this is our lucky crate, so let's see what we got. We got our lucky sword and our basic crate, and we got 16 golden apples, which is awesome. And let's see, okay, there's some over here, and as you see, the random locations are working out quite well. And as you see, our ore stuff has just been added, and we got our money, and we also got our block of diamonds and our all of our diamonds. So it is working fantastically. So that is the plugin showcase. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below, and you can also come join my Discord. I will also leave BadBone69, who is the developer of this plugin, and a lot of other awesome plugins as well. I will leave his Discord link down in the description, so you guys can go ask him your questions if you want as well. And that is the plugin showcase. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.